Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I bring you a classic tale full of magic and wisdom, The Fisherman and the Golden Fish. Join me on this journey as we discover a story that teaches us about the power of humility and the dangers of greed. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. The Fisherman and the Golden Fish. Once upon a time, on the edge of a vast, shimmering sea, there lived a humble fisherman in a small, weathered cottage. The cottage was old and falling apart. Its roof leaked when it rained, the windows rattled in the wind, and the floor creaked with every step. But it stood close to the shore, and every morning the sound of waves greeted the fisherman as he began his day. The fisherman was a kind and hard-working man. With sun-worn skin and rough hands from years of casting nets, he lived a quiet life with his wife, who often dreamed of something better. Every day, he would walk to the sea with his patched-up fishing net, hoping to catch enough fish to feed his family. One morning, like so many before, he cast his net into the calm sea. The sky was painted with hues of pink and orange, and the air was crisp and still. He waited, watching the ripples. Then suddenly a strong tug, much stronger than usual. He pulled and pulled, and when he finally hauled the net in, his eyes widened in disbelief. Inside the net was a fish unlike any he had ever seen. A golden fish, shining as if made of molten sunlight. Its scales glistened with all the colors of a treasure chest, and its eyes sparkled with intelligence. Then the fish spoke. "Good fisherman, please don't be afraid. I am not an ordinary fish. I am a magical golden fish. If you let me go, I will grant you a wish, anything your heart desires." The fisherman blinked in astonishment. "A wish? For letting you go?" "Yes," said the fish gently. "A gift for your kindness." The fisherman thought for a moment. He didn't want gold or jewels or fame. But he remembered the cold nights in his broken-down cottage and his wife's constant wishes for a better home. "Very well," he said. "I wish for a bigger house, one that's warm and comfortable for my wife and me." The fish gave a shimmering nod. "Your wish is granted. Return home, and you shall see." With that, the golden fish vanished into the deep blue sea. The fisherman hurried back along the beach, but when he arrived at the place where his cottage had stood, he stopped in shock. The crumbling little shack was gone. In its place stood a charming new house, with strong wooden beams, a stone chimney, and windows that sparkled in the sunlight. Flowers bloomed in the garden. Smoke curled cheerfully from the chimney. His wife rushed out, her eyes wide. "What happened? Is this our house?" The fisherman smiled and told her the story of the magical fish. At first, she was overjoyed, but soon her smile faded into a thoughtful frown. "If the fish can grant wishes, why stop at just a simple house? We could live like royalty. Go back and ask for more. Jewels, fine clothes, servants." "But we already have more than we ever did," the fisherman said gently. "Still, it's not enough," she replied, her eyes gleaming with ambition. "Go. Ask the fish again." So, reluctantly, the fisherman returned to the sea. The waters were still calm, though the sky was now cloudier. He called out for the golden fish. With a flash of light, the fish appeared once more. "Back again?" it asked, kindly but curiously. "My wife," the fisherman began. "She wants more. A grander house, riches, servants." The fish looked at him silently, then nodded. "It shall be done. But be cautious. Desire has no end." And then it disappeared. When the fisherman returned, he could hardly believe his eyes. A magnificent mansion stood where the cottage had been. Marble columns, silver gates, fountains, and gardens stretched as far as the eye could see. Servants bowed at the door. Inside, his wife wore silks and diamonds, lounging on velvet cushions. But even this, over time, was not enough. "I want to be queen," she declared one evening. "Not just wealthy. I want to rule, to be powerful." "Please," the fisherman pleaded. "Isn't this already more than enough?" "No. Go to the fish. Ask for the crown." Once again he walked to the sea. The waves were choppier now, and the wind had picked up. The golden fish emerged once more, slower this time. "Another wish?" "She wants to be queen," said the fisherman softly, ashamed. The fish's eyes grew serious. "Very well. But this must be the last." Now, the fisherman's wife was a queen. She ruled from a vast palace of gold. She had everything she had ever imagined: Crowds bowed to her, nobles praised her, and her wealth was beyond measure. Yet, not long after, she wanted even more. "It's not enough to be queen of a country," she said. "I want to be ruler of the entire world, the most powerful person to ever live. Go, husband. Make it happen." "No," the fisherman said, fearful. "This is too much. We'll lose everything." "Then I'll go myself," she shouted. "Or are you too weak to ask a simple fish?" Broken-hearted, the fisherman returned once more to the shore. The skies were dark. Thunder rumbled in the distance. The sea was restless. He called out to the fish. No answer. He called again. Still nothing. The waves rolled on. The golden fish did not appear. Defeated, the fisherman turned and walked home. But as he reached the place where the palace had stood, he saw the old, broken-down shack, just as it had been before. His wife stood in the doorway, wearing her patched-up dress, staring in disbelief at the collapsing roof and the creaking floor. They had lost everything. From that day on, the fisherman never asked for more than he needed. And though their life was modest again, he found a kind of peace he had never known before. And perhaps, deep under the sea, the golden fish swam on, waiting for someone else with a kind and humble heart. Moral of the story: greed can consume all that we hold dear. Sometimes, having just enough is the greatest blessing of all. And that's the end of a story of the fisherman and the golden fish. A tale that reminds us that sometimes what we already have is more than enough. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves meaningful tales. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.